Well, hello, students. I want to say hello to our Master of Health Administration students and a hello to our Healthcare Administration students on the baccalaureate level. My name is Chris Gibbons. I'm the director for the Healthcare Administration program, and I'm also the coordinator for the Master of Health Administration program. And I wanted to reach out to you this week, kind of our second week away from campus in the shelter in place mode. For us, as you can see here, I'm from my home studios here, trying to get used to this format. So bear with me as I work on lighting issues and technical issues as I do these videos. But I wanted to reach out to you both as the director and the coordinator and also the academic advisor for the master's program, just to check in with everybody and see how they're doing. I know that there's been a lot of disruption to our normal patterns, to our normal way that we do things, from where we work to how we work, to the environment that we're facing at work. All of these patterns and rhythms have been disrupted, and we are creatures of pattern. We like those patterns. We like those rhythms for the most part. They give us predictability in what we're doing in our day. And that's kind of been disrupted a bit. So we're trying to establish, new ways of doing things, at least temporarily, until we get back to normal, which we will get back to normal. We just don't know quite when that's going to happen. But that's what I encourage you to do, is try to establish some sort of level of normalcy that you have. Whatever that might be, for you. I know the first week you're kind of like, oh, wow, what am I going to do? I'm working from home. I know many of us are working from home now. All the faculty and almost all of the administration, I think we're going down to only two to three people physically on campus for only a limited part of the day. So all of us have been, sent home. So all that's kind of a real difference, for us as we adjust to kind of remote working. And I know in talking to you, many of you are also adjusting to the same thing, to Skype meetings or, various, telemeetings that you may have, and interacting and trying to maintain some sort of productivity, if you will, in these new environments. I would just say, don't try not to be too hard on yourself with, this is a global pandemic. And if you're not as productive as you normally were, at work in a very controlled environment, it's, in my opinion, it's okay. A lot of us have to contend with children or other external demands that normally do not intersect with our workplace. So we've got some challenges there. I also know many of you are frontline healthcare workers. You might be nurses, you might be allied health professionals, nuclear medicine, radiologic technology, ultrasound, medical laboratory technologists. And you are also being called upon to do extra hours, to either face the current crisis that's happening in your facility or the projected demand that's going to be happening in the next, they say 2 to 3 weeks, where we live here in the Midwest, is when that demand is supposed to peak. So I know many of you have some significant stressors going on. So I would just remind you that to reach out to your instructor, if you are encountering any difficulties, reach out to that instructor. They're going to work with you. Okay. If you have any problems at all, reach out to your academic advisor. For the master's program, I'm your faculty academic advisor. For the bachelor's program, all of you know Melanie. She's included a video below. So for you baccalaureate folks, check in with Melanie's video. Don't hesitate to reach out to us as well. The big thing is to ask for the help, if you need it, and it's okay to ask for some help in this time. And the fact that you're trying to continue with your academics with all of this really strangeness going on is commendable. I also know too, in talking to students, that this grounds them. This is what they're used to. This is what they like. This is what they've been doing. And for the most part, we have not changed. In MHA, in HCA, nothing has changed. These classes have gone on, practically zero effect to it. Maybe a little bit, but not that much. They've been relatively unchanged, where so many students have told me they appreciate that aspect, that this part of their lives has remained unchanged, and they don't. That's something that keeps them centered during all of this. But again, don't hesitate to reach out if you need help. Now, one of the things I want to remind you is to continue to check your college email. There is a difference between the Canvas messaging system. Almost all of you communicate through the Canvas Messenger, and it looks like email, but it's really not. And a lot of the things don't go back and forth in that. So remember that old .edu that you have, that old college email you were established with. Make sure you're checking that as well. There's some good information that's coming out in there, and you need to be kind of kept aware of what's going on with the college. One of the things I want to draw your attention, I'm going to pull up that email. So some resources that could be available to you, or that you may want to use. Now, Student Affairs is the part of the college that deals with all things in student support areas outside of academics. Okay, so that obviously academics is the huge component of the college, but there are other things, other support areas that students need. We take a look at the holistic experience of students, and that's where Student Affairs comes into place. And Mark Atkins, he's the dean for Student Affairs, and he sent out an update today, and it's one that you may want to look at. In there was a PDF, and I'll bring that up to you, and just kind of talking about some of the resources that are available to you. Our counseling services are still available, and again, no changes for our online students. They've always approached these from a distance, but we do have counseling services, mental health counseling, all done at a distance, which has always been our normal mode for the online programs. And academic advising, that's still there as well. Our tutoring is still available to you. So take a look at this. There is one more I want to draw your attention to. Again, a lot of different services in here that they're highlighting that are still available to you. But there is pastoral care. So, if it's a spirituality concern that you may have, feel free to reach out to Annie Devine. She is in charge of mission at the college, ministry and service learning at the college. So you can always reach out to her as well. So there's a lot of services they highlight this week. Some that you may want to take a look at. Maybe just print it out. You may not need it today, but maybe something that might come up in the future. All right, guys, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover this week. Again, let us know if there's any way that we can help you through this. And everybody stay safe and have a great week.